Zion Williamson appears to be committed to the New Orleans Pelicans for the foreseeable future. The organization and the star forward have agreed to a 5-year deal rookie max contract extension worth up to $231 million, his agent told ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski on Saturday. The agreement keeps Williamson under team control until the 27-28 season. Stay tuned to find out everything you need to know about Zion Williamson and his future within the NBA. In our first story, NBA player Zion Williamson has finally got his future locked down, and here's what you need to know. What a difference 1 year can make. On July 6th, which was also his 21st birthday, Zion Williamson discovered he had broken right foot. Now, on July 6th this year, aka his 22nd birthday, the New Orleans Pelicans forward put pen to paper and signed a 5-year, $231 million designated rookie max extension. Impressive, no? Especially for being out for basically an entire season. Williamson, in response, smiled and patted Pelicans executive vice president David Griffin on the shoulder when asked where this birthday ranks. Number 1, he declared. Now, due to a broken foot, Williamson did not play a single second for the Pelicans last season. However, given his potential when healthy, he averaged 27 points and 7.2 rebounds per game in 2021, and how much the organization has invested in him, it seemed like a foregone conclusion that the Pelicans would offer him an extension. And while there was some doubt about Williamson's desire to stay in New Orleans indefinitely, he has done his best to dispel this rumor in recent months. Williamson stated in April that he would sign an extension with the Pelicans if one was offered. During the event, Williamson signed the extension in front of about 80 children attending his 6-week summer camp at his local YMCA. Williamson was sat at a table with his parents next to him and his younger brother Noah, who was also at the camp standing to his right. So how much is he making in this deal exactly? Well, Williamson's contract is worth $193 million over 5 years and could be worth $231 million if he meets the deal's escalation clauses by making an all-NBA team next season. Griffin stated during the press conference that Williamson's contract does not include a player option at the end. Brandon Ingram signed a 5-year no-option contract with the Pels following the 1920 season. Williamson described the previous few months as a roller coaster of emotions for him and his family. Thankfully, Williamson has cleared to resume full basketball activities on May 26th. The focus is now on preparing for the 22-23 season, in which Williamson hopes to prove more than just that he's healthy again. To help get him back to performance level, Williamson credited Pelicans guard CJ McCollum, as well as the Pelicans staff, for assisting him in working on things to increase his longevity. He stated that he thought he was in a great situation overall. When Williamson returns to the court, the team will be very different from the one that he last saw on May 4th, 2021. McCollum joined center Jonas Valanciunas, forwards Larry Nance Jr., guard Devontae Graham, and second-year players Herb Jones, who was incredible this playoffs, Trey Murphy III, and Jose Alvarado, the steal specialist who hides in the corner, and a 2022 draft pick Dyson Daniels as newcomers. It will certainly be interesting to see Zion back on the court. We really haven't seen him play in a long time. Hopefully he can be the superstar we all know that he can be from before his injury. What do you think? Speaking of the NBA and insane offers, the Phoenix Suns recently laid out a big one for this specific player. NBA free agency period has begun, and with the Phoenix Suns reportedly matching an outrageous offer to retain big man DeAndre Ayton, the Indiana Pacers appeared to have landed the biggest name of the NBA free agency thus far after the 23-year-old agreed to a maximum contract offer sheet worth $197 million. The Suns were given just 48 hours to match the offer sheet or risk losing Ayton for nothing, and they did just that, matching the massive offer to keep their young star. It's a huge vote of confidence from Phoenix, who clearly believe Ayton can improve and reach his full potential after a disappointing season. The Suns will now be unable to trade him until January 15th, and he will have a veto power over any trade for the entire year, severely limiting Phoenix's trade options elsewhere. As a result of this development, the Suns are unlikely to sign Kevin Durant, who has requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Along with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, the center has become an important part of Phoenix's resurgent team. The Suns finished the last season with the best win-loss record in the NBA, but were ultimately eliminated in the second round of the playoffs by Luka and the Mavericks. When Ayton was benched by coach Monty Williams during the second half of the Suns' Game 7 blowout loss to the Mavericks, it was clear something was wrong. The two appeared to be having a verbal spat on the sidelines and had to be separated. The Suns had an opportunity to sign Ayton to a long-term contract in October, but the two sides couldn't agree on the full maximum contract. Speaking of the NBA, Josh Giddey received the highest praise, while Ben Simmons suffers even more humiliation. A year ago, very few people in the NBA knew how good Josh Giddey could be. People now know that the Australian star can do after 4 triple-doubles, 4 consecutive NBA Western Conference Rookie of the Month awards, and being named to the NBA All-Rookie Second Team. After a season with the NBL's Adelaide 36ers, Giddey was selected by the Oklahoma City Thunder with the 6th pick overall in the 21 NBA draft. He proved he could hang with the big boys, finishing his rookie NBA season averaging 12.5 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6.4 assists. He was the only rookie rookie to record at least 500 points, 400 rebounds, and 300 assists. While Giddey has been rightfully praised by most, another Australian certainly has not. Despite not being named to the 64-man list, Ben Simmons did make another unwelcome category, aka the dishonorable mentions. So what is the situation with Ben Simmons? Well, he recently broke his silence about ongoing disagreements within his current team. It's now complete chaos in Brooklyn, and Ben Simmons can do nothing but watch as his team implodes from within. Simmons has said little about his time with the Nets so far, and he has yet to even play one single game for the team since being traded to them this past winter. He finally spoke up this week amid ongoing trade rumors involving Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Here's what the guy had to say about it. Offseason has been great, a great chance to recover, rehab after surgery, and then we really lock ourselves in the gym, block out the noise, and get ready for next season. The controversial player said. Keep in mind that Ben hasn't always been locked in with the Nets. After he was traded, he cited a mental block as the reason for his inactivity on the court. Simmons then joined a Nets team with championship aspirations in February, and they were in a position to rule the East for years with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Simmons is now trapped as both of his co-stars seek trades out of town. Ben's situation has drastically changed, and he is doing everything he can to improve his performance this season and make sure he's prepared for whatever comes next year. In other news, LeBron James is forced to clarify comments about the WNBA star's Russian nightmare. NBA superstar LeBron James slammed U.S. efforts to bring WNBA star Brittany Griner home, questioning why she would want to return to America after all these years. However, not long after those comments went viral, James was forced to clarify. Griner was imprisoned in Russia since February, just days before Russian troops invaded Ukraine. How can she possibly believe that America has her back now, James stated. I'd be thinking, do I even want to go back to America? After receiving backlash, James clarified his remarks on Twitter. My comments about Brittany Griner were not meant to disparage our beautiful country. I was simply expressing how she's most likely feeling emotional along with a slew of other emotions, thoughts, and so on inside that cage she's been in for over 100 days. To make a long story short, #bring her home, James tweeted. Currently, Griner is still in a Russian prison after pleading guilty to drug possession, traces of which were discovered on vape equipment in her luggage 5 months ago. U.S. officials have stated that Griner's situation is one of wrongful detention. James, a 4-time NBA champion and 4-time NBA Most Valuable Player, was linked to Griner by Griner's WNBA coach, Vanessa Nygaard, of the Phoenix Mercury, just last week. Now, it's great to see such big names in the sport standing up for what is right and trying to spread awareness about Griner and how she is probably really struggling right now. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Zion Williamson and how his future in the NBA has officially been locked in, along with other need-to-know NBA news. Make sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and as always, thanks for watching.